Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a motif in Adobe Illustrator. So here I've imported a rough sketch of my motif which I just drew in Procreate and then imported it into Adobe Illustrator. So first of all I'm going to reduce its opacity and then it will be easy for me to follow through the strokes of the flower. I'm going to take pen tool and adjust the color and stroke, and then I'm going to trace out the drawing by dragging the pen tool and then adding new anchors into it and then clicking on the anchor each time I want to progress with the shape. You can see how I am progressing and using each anchor point for every time uh, turns it take a turn and changes its shape. Now this leaf is complete. I can adjust the smoothness. Since I can see there are rough edges, I can smooth it out with the help of direct selection tool by dragging this circular thing between the nodes. You can see how it has smoothed out now. And I'm gonna duplicate this shape into another pattern so it's easy for me to make another one without wasting my time to trace it from the scratch. I'm going to rotate it and adjust it accordingly. I can see that it needs smoothing out, so I just smooth it out, and now I'm radially balancing it in the middle since I thought it's not radially balanced. And you can do precise work by tweaking a bit and duplicating each petal. You can even rotate using the rotate tool, and clicking alt and drag you can duplicate the petal. After you're done, you can make a duplicate copy and then convert it into object since it's a stroke. Since it's a stroke, you can convert it into object. Another duplicate, take another duplicate of the selection of the petals, and you can then convert into shape and then fill it up. And then another option where I have used a stroke with various options. It's not a uniform stroke, and I'm even using width tool to adjust the thickness and width of each of the stroke so that it looks organic. Once you're done and you're satisfied with your width tool, you can progress with your design and trace out other parts of the design. You can see I am tracing out these because they are almost same. I still want to them to be different to look organic. After you're satisfied with your tracing, you can then adjust each by tweaking with the nodes and then adjusting this position and then filling it up and then combining all of them together to convert it into object and then unite them so that it folds into single shape. You can also trace out the small flower using the pen tool and adjusting just as I've showed in the flower section. Duplicate it and convert into outline and repeated the same process which I've done with the flower. I made two different groups of a flower, one for the filling and one for the outline, and I've adjusted the colors now and converting this outline thing into shape and converting this uniform stroke into organic thick and thin strokes. Once you're satisfied with your design, you can then um, give an outline and adjust your flower. You can even adjust if there are a little bit of offset kind of thing in it into. But before that, I think I should go for this strokes, which I can draw with the brush tool, and it will give it a woodcut effect. And once you're done with it, you can give it a color and convert it into object so that its width doesn't change when we constrain the size of the flower. Once you're done with all the coloring, now I'm going to give it a gradient color so that it looks natural. So after giving it a gradient and you're satisfied, you can then do with the rest of the parts of the flower. Here I'm doing it. You can play around with the gradient tool and use different settings to see. I'm going to convert it into different patterns. So here the options and the objects you can find is a pattern tool. And when you make a new pattern, there are various settings inside with which you can tweak and adjust it according to your taste. And then you save it into a new pattern. Now, when I select a rectangle tool and drag it onto the artboard and I click on the swatches, so I have saved this pattern into swatches. I can even change the color of the background by taking another rectangle and filling it up with a plain color, which is a solid color. Since the color of my pattern design is purple, so I'm going to go for the complementary color. Complementary color of the purple is yellow, so I'm going to go for the yellow color.